Come with me as I walk you through a 4K with my P5 Wesker. During this match, I was running Unrelenting, the Hex, Fortune's Fool, Iron Grip, and Sloppy Butcher, with an offering for Memento Mori, which allows me to Mori all survivors on Death Hook. I always start by going to the opposite side of the map that I'm starting on. I normally don't put survivors on the closest hook this early on, but I forgot where the nearest one would be. I got a hit on him, then felt bad about boxing him in, so I let him go. Always got to get those blood points by smashing those gens. Jake was getting Dwight off the hook, so I decided to go after Meg, because I had not had a hit on her yet. Anything to make it a little bit more difficult for them as the match goes. Felt a little bad, but she did turn around and run straight into me, so she gets the nearest hook. So that's 2 survivors on their first hook before the first gen is popped. I'm going to go check the gen at the front of RPD, because this one's a popular one. I'm able to pull her right off of it. She also gets the nearest hook. And of course, cannot forget those blood points. After I hook someone, I always try and go away from the hook that they are on to give their teammates a chance to get them off. I've taken stock of every survivor in this match so far, so now I just make a run on the first floor, checking common spawn points for those generators. On this map, the main hall of RPD is a popular spot for survivors to convene in because of the 2 generators that are in it. I already kind of clocked that Dwight is a new player because immediately sprinting when I was nowhere near the generator at the time, when it was popped, immediately sprinting away from it, leaving scratch marks. I could have put Dwight on that nearer hook in the front, but I decided to shake things up a bit and go ahead and put him on this one. While running Iron Grip, I knew I would be able to make it before he wiggled free. Now in the playback, I do hear in my left ear the groans of another injured survivor, but I was running out a little bit of adrenaline and did not hear it during the match, so they got lucky. I'm getting a little itchy here because I haven't seen a survivor in a hot second, but not panicking because they're still at 4 gens. If you listen here, someone dropped that pallet when they saw me at the bottom of the stairs.
7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you.
Gonna save myself some trouble later by getting rid of that pallet now. I had a feeling it'd been long enough that they would come back to this generator here. And I was right. I felt bad pulling him off of the generator a second time, so I decided to let him go, since they were still at 4 generators, and let his teammates come pick him up. Since I hadn't had any action on the west side of the office much, I decided to check out this sound queue instead. Got lucky. With her being injured and them still at 4 generators, I just decided to stop and sabotage it first before continuing the chase. I don't think she meant to slow vault over that. Can hear that they've started this generator back up again. And if I were smart when I was playing this, I would go up and check that second floor main hall generator again, but you'll see several times through this you can hear them working on it, and I don't go over there because I didn't hear it at the time. But watching it back, all it would have done was cut this match even shorter than the 12 minutes that it was. Yeah, you can hear it. So I had to follow these scratch marks and notice they are regressing in front of me, so I knew he wasn't far. I had not had a hook on Jake yet, so I decided to go after him until I got that hook. A little bit of tunneling, yeah. But he hadn't had any hooks yet. Everyone else had, so it was his time. Here, I think I went, nope, Jake, I want you. And totally ignored the other two. Yes, there was a hook right there, but I wanted to switch things up. Hadn't used this one yet. That generator had totally regressed. And at this point, Dwight, I found you again. Sorry, buddy, you get a memento mori. Again, dropping those pallets, but you're not going to use them. Definitely a new player, but you do have to learn somehow, and he did do his teammates well by getting several generators done. Why'd I go through the art room? I don't know. Killers recover a lot faster from a drop than survivors do, so watch when using those if you're not running balanced landing.
Let's finish this.
Again, with pulling them off the hooks. But with running the Fortune's Full Hex, means anyone who is injured by the main weapon is oblivious until their totem is cleansed. Or is it hooked? I think it might just be if they've been hooked, not necessarily damaged. I was hoping Meg stuck around, but she had run off, so I had to go looking for her. Now I know there's 2 left and 1 generator, which is very doable. So I knew, with Jake only having had 1 hook, I either needed to get him first and get him on a hook before going after Meg. But I'll take whoever I find first, honestly. Those blood points. I knew they'd probably go back to this one in the main hall, since it was the closest to being done. I see both of them, but with Jake only having that 1 hook, I decided to hook him first, since I knew where Meg would go, which would probably be one of the gens. Oh, one of the gates.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to box her in, but it is what it is. I always like to make sure they have a clear view of their Mori. Little statistic of me? Probably.
Let's finish this.
But if I feel like if I'm gonna go, give me a Mori. Meg was the only one running on PC, so I tried to GG's in chat, but she left before it could be read. They're all relatively new. That's it. That's 4K and RPD.